here on behalf of CORE, Congress of Racial Equality of California, and CORE is still in the mix and still fighting for these causes and will continue forever.
We want Disney to know that we're not picking on them in terms of isolating them. We want them to know that black people are just tired and we had to start somewhere. They will not be the only people that we turn out to picket. We want them to know that they can start and stop a lot of business right here, right now. What do we have to do? What else do we have to do? You've asked us to get on your list. You've asked us to play your game. You've asked us to be certified. You've asked us to be part of the unions. You've asked us everything that you've asked us to do, we've done that. Where do we go from here? Most of the contractors that do your work don't even call us, don't even talk to us, don't even ask us if we need something. We are tired of getting 4th and 5th tier subcontracting opportunities from a company of this status. You guys should have us in as major subs or small primes to some degree. It's not on your radar from what we can see. The way that happens is somebody has to be sensitive at your company about these types of issues. I mean, we have people in this organization that's willing to train from the community, teach from the community, and give long-term jobs, good paying, good wage jobs. That's what anybody would want. We're not getting that. Disney, you should be helping us instead of blockading the road from us or for us. You should be on our side. We're on your side. Be a good corporate citizen and do the right thing. Now everybody wants to say, why are we talking out here today about various issues, things in Arizona are this way and that way. We have nothing to do with what Arizona's doing. But there's a little truth to what Arizona's doing. And I'm not against any one race, however most races seem to be against us. The bottom line is, undocumented workers have taken some of our jobs. Is that the fight that we're trying to fight today? No, that's not our fight. Our fight is trying to fight bigger management, upper management, Disney management, the people that make the decisions. If you want black people on the job as well as undocumented workers, we'll go for that. But you don't have any of us on the job. And that's just a problem. The various codes that are most commonly broken by non-union contractors are right there. And they're happening on an all-time basis at an all-time high. These are tough times. But the times that most people feel as an ordinary basis right now in terms of a recession, black people felt them all along. So we've already had the recession. We're part of the depression right now. We want Disney to be fair with us. Sometimes you have to make people realize that you're serious, make people realize that you're for real. And that's our intent today, to have Disney know that we're not part of NEMAC, that we're not part of BBA, that we're not part of GLAC. We could care less about the awards that you give to people or people give to you. At the end of the day, black contractors are not working, black businesses are not involved. We're not there, we're not at the table. So today, hopefully we can get some sort of understanding and you guys can come up with some sort of inclusionary methods to include us at the table. Because when you ask me to ride your Ferris wheel, you don't cut the interest fee none. You charge me the same thing as you charge anybody else. So if we're going to patronize your business to the point that we do, with the amount of people that look like us to come through these gates, why can't you at least be sensitive enough to put us on the design team or the build team or the construction team that you have readily available? You're doing work all the time, but you constantly want black folk or our associated contractors to have roles that are subservient, so to speak. We're tired of it. We're not going to stand for it anymore. We've asked that the federal people, in terms of the Justice Department, do an investigation on some of these projects. This is not right. Something has to be done. The Walmart people don't understand. The Home Depot people don't understand. A whole lot of people don't understand. Red Lobster, Tony Roma's, they don't understand. But if you want good corporate business practices, call Target. Target came into this community 11 years ago, and we've been working with them ever since. 2 of our contractors built Target stores left and right. That goes to show you when we're given a fair opportunity, we can perform at the highest level. But we have to have that opportunity. We need you to keep your word. Years ago, your word was your bond. Disney, keep your word. That's what this is about today. Ornice Lamb, this is nothing personal. I think it's bigger than you. However, I'm not mad at you for having a job. And I ask that you don't be mad at me for trying to get my people on the same page that you're on, because you're eating every day. Go ahead,
Let's say something next for me. One of the main reasons why undocumented workers are growing and growing is because big business like these are bringing them over. It's not, we can build all the fences we want, stop them coming over here. If we put this money in to hiring minorities, if big business wouldn't bring them over here, and because they're not coming over on their own. They've been trucked over and shanghaied over in this country and sold to these big businesses. If these are the only people that can stop undocumented workers coming in, and the federal government crack down on them and keep them hiring us, people from the United States that were born and raised here.
President Barack Obama has said several times throughout his administration that any contractor hiring undocumented workers, their funding would be stopped. Now these are some things we have to call him out on the carpet on, because if you're going to stop anybody's funding for hiring undocumented workers, all the work should be stopped because everybody's using them. And again, that's not my real fight. My real fight are the people that's hiring them. So where does the buck stop? It needs to stop here to some degree. Our communities are failing us. Our legislators act as if they don't really know what true legislation is. The 14th Amendment, the Civil Rights Amendment, the Civil Rights Act, all these laws have been broken. The underutilization of certain contractors, i.e. women, Asian Pacific Islanders, blacks. Governor Schwarzenegger signed on June 2nd of last year and said that that was a real issue after the NAACP did a disparity study for 2 years to show that we need to be included. Well, AGC right now, another contractors group, is fighting that in the state of California right now. Everywhere we turn, somebody seems to have a slogan for us or an answer for us, telling us what we can't do. We're looking for can do, not can't do. Most of the big business around, they play the game so well, they take and hire a Negro figurehead, I call them handkerchief heads, for taking a position. Most corporate businesses know how to do that. And that Negro figurehead that's out front should have more people on the project that look like them, but they do not. We're not as militant as we are business people. We're good business people. But if you don't get a chance, you gotta constantly fight till people take you serious. And that's what this whole thing is about. America is for Americans first. This is the land of opportunity, but we are left out. And I don't want to leave out our politicians. I think they've been a bigger part of the problem. I think we've allowed them as a whole to accept our campaign contributions and forget about where they got them from. I think we need to hold their feet to the fire as well. But at the end of the day, how can people have such degrees as masters and PAs and all of this and can't understand how to figure out how to get black people on the job? They don't care about it. It's not even on the radar. They're not even sensitive to it. You take Soledad O'Brien from CNN. Soledad O'Brien wants to come out and do an issue about black in America 1 and 2. If she really wants to do a black in America, tell her to come give us some real black issues of economic failure and see how black people really live, see how we really try every day. You want to do something funny, Disney? Do the black contractors' wives of LA County. Do the black contractors' wives of Southern California and see what kind of show you put out there. They're disgruntled, they're heartbroken, and they're hurt. They're hurt behind being an American and can't work. We're in America. If we can't work in America, where can we work? It's a sad situation, but somebody has to do something about it. Any more questions?